seasons, but we still get a bit of the cold for a month or two. So
Yeah.
once in a while, a snowstorm, not a snowstorm, but a little bit of snow on the ground.
Well,
But this is beautiful. Springs and falls are fantastic.
love it. Love it, love it, love it. You know, it's always nice to see the kind of weather people get in different parts of the country, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, okay, I'll take it one step further. I know so.
Well, then I know so. If my brother knows, then I know.
There you go. Oh, there. I forgot we're brothers
Yeah, from different mothers.
from different mothers. Yep, 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 yep. Fun stuff. So I'm back in Los Angeles. My mother-in-law turned 100 on the 22nd.
Yay!
Can you believe it? We were looking for her photo on the Smucker's jar.
Yeah, great.
And she's actually is getting interviewed, I think. Oh, tomorrow I'm thinking by one of the Times people or the city people or something like that. You know, it's quite a milestone to hit 100, isn't it?
See what we got to look forward to?
Yeah, if I could remember. Well, my old adage is if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing it. That's simple. You know, we're faced with so much adversity today that in every element you can think of, you know, you got to have a positive mind,
You do.
right? Everybody
Only
agree with that?
Yep. Positive is the only way. Everything else disappears eventually, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, most people here have heard the story. Oh, here comes Scott Harrell. I know that guy. 1994, losing everything in the earthquake, having 2-year-old and 5-year-old children. We knew that we had to be happy and positive because it's the only thing we can give to them, right? We didn't have anything. I mean, we didn't even have clothes. So, you know, we all face some form of adversity sometime in our lifetime. True?
true.
True. So how do you come out of a negative situation? By being negative? No, 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 no. You got to be positive.
You need to foster your gratitude on a daily basis, morning and night.
That's a great statement. That's a great
Excellent.
statement. Foster your gratitude.
Mhm.
Yes.
And write them down.
Exactly.
There you go.
But they become ingrained in your mind, and then it just opens up the blinders. You see so much more. So it would start adding up. And I do have a journal for my clients to do that with. So that's.
Do you really? That's
Great
very
idea.
Yeah, it's, you know, the journal includes a lot of things. So honestly, if they want to write a lot of stuff, they want to, you know, maybe do it somewhere else, but at least it gives them, you know, a starting point and a place to review, you know, everything. And I have them do it on a daily, weekly, monthly basis.
You know, this is so interesting because my daughter has a doctorate in psychology and she is as busy as you can imagine. There is people and whatever's going on, you can tell by how busy the psychologists and the psychiatrists are, right? Because if people are happy, you think happiness. If you're not, boy, That alternative doesn't work.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
You know, when you are in that vibrational state of being in the negative so much, you're just making your in a way, your soul sink. And that's why you need to, you know, foster more positive so that you vibrate, your human vibration rises. So.
Yep. Yep.
way to
You
do
know,
that.
the story I tell people,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I was just going to say, there's a lot of ways to do that, to set yourself up for that positive, more positive outlook through exercise and eating properly and so forth. But I was a part of a group called the Chuck Jones Center for Creativity. Donated my time through, I don't know if some of you may know Chuck Jones. You'll probably recognize him by the body of work. He created Tom and Jerry, Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner, Marvin
wow.
Martian.
Yeah.
And then he also turned the other characters I'm about to mention into what we know today, and that's Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd and Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. And when my son, who's now 25, when he was young, he was disheartened in the school system because they had cut the budgets, and the first thing to go is always the arts. So I saw this placard downtown in Orange, and it said Chuck Jones Center for Creativity. And I took him there and I started meeting the people there. And then one day I got a call a few months later from Chuck Jones' grandson, and they invited me to come and work with them, just, you know, pro bono, to help with put a volunteer structure in and all of this. So I worked with them for about 12 years, and they became, I mean, they took me in like their family. That's just how they do, the Chuck Jones family, and they turned it into a 501(c) and then asked me to be on the board. So I was very, very involved. My point is, in all of those experiences with them, I was surrounded all the time by all of these creatives. And on the board, in the volunteer group, but in particular on the board, it was comprised of 18 of us, of all of these very, you know, well-accomplished animators, producers in the animation industry, the guy that created Up, the guy that created Dora the Explorer, I mean, on and on and on. And all of them sang the same praises. And that was especially, you know, Chuck had passed before I met him. I mean, I didn't meet him. He passed before I got involved, and he passed in 2002 at 90 years old. And his legacy too from the family was everything you do every day, no matter what you're doing, whether you're just getting out of your bed, brushing your teeth, you know, going to work, try to do something differently every day and take a different pattern to build your network or neurons in your brain, your network, so that it's always something that's growing and creative. And, you know, there's so many different exercises to do that. You can just look up exercises for creativity.
Yeah, and I actually help people with that because I have you know, different neural tools. And matter of fact, Maury was on my show last week, and he has great brainwave entrainment tools as well. So I help people, you know, foster and build up their neural networks and neural links, and also, you know, remove their negative patterns. So.
But especially to that point, Debbie, one of the examples is I mean, today we're not really driving to work, so to speak, on a daily basis, but that's a good example. When you drive to work, the same pattern every single day, or take your walk in the morning, if you know, and if you take a walk in the morning, the afternoon, what have you, and every single day you go that same path, you look at the same things, you're not helping yourself.
No, you need variety in your life. That's really important. So, you know, the way you do things and the activities that you do, it gives you more, when you do that, it gives you more creativity and flow.
And it actually helps you understand things differently because you see things differently. Because typically when we do something the same every day, we just do it second nature, and we're not really experiencing our environment. And
it's more
that's
like autopilot.
Yeah,
and that's why.
All right,
so
gang,
that's why you want to break that autopilot and try to do things in different patterns.
It's 7 minutes after the hour. We
Great
usually get
conversation.
All right. Yeah, Scott, you want to take over?
Well, thank you, Bob. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mycity. It's a lovely Friday, last Friday in May. Can you believe it? Wow.
Yep.
We got a holiday weekend coming up, and we also have great attendance. We have over 20 people here. So the
Friday in
downside
May.
is shrinking
Scott,
on
one
my
more.
screen. Pardon me?
Scott, one more in May. One more in May. Next Friday's the 31st.
Oh, thank you, Sensei. All right. Well, we still have the holiday weekend, 3-day weekend coming up, which is great. And I'm so thankful everybody showed up this morning. We had a nice, lively conversation. And, I think positivity is really important. And I think everybody that comes here has that positive attitude, and I appreciate that very much. So I'm going to now invite everyone to take 1 minute to introduce themselves and tell us what's positive in your life, or what you're looking like, what's maybe not so positive, where you'd like some help. And we'll start with our fearless leader, Bob Friedenthal. Thank you, Bob. Good morning.
Well, thank you so much. This group has been running for about 5 years now. So, and some of the original players in the meeting are still attending after 5 years. So this tells you something. There must be something going on. Good vibes, right? So one of the things we're doing today is we call this a networking / referral group. And our objective is to refer business to each other. So we created a form that we sent out earlier in the week for giving referrals. You could do it online, but I think people are just finding it a lot easier. And I think, Phil, didn't you do a bunch of referrals through the system, the new system?
I did. I actually got that form. I filled it out, and I'm pretty sure I returned it automatically to you and your administrator there. So hopefully you got it. And then I'm going to see, and I guess you're going to post it on LinkedIn or whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, the objective is to give everybody exposure. When you're known as a referral person, everybody wants to be your friend. So, like I always say, people want to rub shoulders with people that give referrals. So that's the essence of this. So please get involved. I mean, this is a referral group. The purpose is to get people to refer to each other. So meet with the people, find out who they are, and let's take it to the next level.
All right. Excellent advice. Much appreciated. Thank you, Bob. And next up, my friend Betty Withrow. Hi, Betty. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and good morning, everyone. I'm Betty Withrow. I'm called the Writer's Launchpad because I provide author support in many forms. I do coaching, ghostwriting, editing, and various types of content creation for my clients to bring them into harmony and creativity and positivity with their business flow or whatever it is that they want to accomplish in their writing. I collaborate with Roy in his brand new cutting edge lead generation process. And I've had some wonderful conversations with everyone in this group. Actually, yesterday, Linda called me and introduced me by text to someone who I'm planning to connect with as soon as she gets back to me. And so this is working, guys. And this is a wonderful group. Thank everybody for being here. And if I haven't had a one-on-one with you yet, please reach out and grab something on my Calendly and let's get to know each other.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Thank you, Betty. And next up, Linda Barrett-Herring.
Hi, everybody. I haven't been here for a few weeks. Good to see you all. I am a licensed private investigator, licensed in California. So I can only physically work here, but I can literally refer you anywhere in the world to investigators I know. I do all kinds of investigations, business due diligence, elder abuse, romance scams, lots of those right now, for some reason. And I'm very involved in the fight against human trafficking and sextortion of children. I do presentations both in person and online, educating parents and kids regarding how to spot an online predator. And that works for, kids as far as trafficking and sextortion, as well as adults when it comes to romance and pig butchering schemes. And how to avoid getting, sucked in by those. So if you need to know anything about anyone, I'm your girl. Thanks.
Linda, do you do employment-related investigations such as sexual harassment claims, employee theft, things like that as well?
Yes, I do.
See, I can't do that in California. I have to have a investigative license, which I don't have it pursued.
I got you covered.
Good to know.
Look at that. What was that last term that you mentioned, Linda?
Sextortion or
No,
pig butchering.
that one.
That's romance scams, basically. I don't know why
Okay.
they started calling it pig butchering. I think it's a terrible, terrible term. But that's the one they're using right now.
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your info.
Of course.
And hello, good morning to Cheryl McBride. How are you?
Know that's
Hey.
that is exactly
Hi.
what we have here.
Hi, I'm in Mesa, Arizona,
Chicken.
and we insure our houses, our cars. Have you insured your greatest asset, which is you? Do you know? Do you have enough insurance? Do you know how much you need? Do you know how much you have? Anyway, we helped a family just in time. The client passed days after we put his plan in place. His wife didn't have to go to work, and his family got to go on that vacation that they were planning, even though they had to go without him. We only have today. Are you prepared? Book time with me to walk off the planet. No, we don't want to do that. To see what your financials look like before you walk off the planet. Thank you. Goodness. Thanks for
Cheryl,
being here.
you said you're in Arizona?
Yes, I'm in Mesa, Arizona.
Mesa. Fantastic. All right. Thank you for being here. And next up, Roy Dickin. Good morning, Roy.
Good morning. Yeah, what I'm most excited about is about a year ago, there's a number of us that have been doing SEO for a lot of years, and we were finding a lot of people were beginning to have a problem with it. Either they couldn't do it themselves, or they didn't want to pay us to do it because Google just kept changing the algorithm, every month, if not every week. And so we decided that we should figure out a better method of being able to grow your business, which is primarily through getting the right leads. And so and fortunately, AI had come out, which opened up our minds that maybe there's a possibility here of figuring out a better way of generating leads. So we embarked on doing that, and the fortunate thing and the exciting thing is it actually worked. What we were trying to do actually worked, and we're able to generate leads for a fraction of the price that people normally had to pay. They're better quality leads in most cases. So it's just something that has got me very, very busy, but I'm absolutely loving it. So that's up, because the other part of this thing, once you get those leads, you got to do something with them in order to really make money with them effectively. And she knows exactly how to do that.
You guys are busy. It took me, I had to go several days out to schedule a time to talk with Roy. He's so busy, but I look forward to our next meeting. We're doing a one-on-one early next week. So
I am too. Thank you, Scott.
All right, next up, Joseph Duncan. Good morning, Joseph.
The faux pas, I was on mute. Good morning. I'm Joseph Duncan. I'm representing Assured Consultants. We are business consultants to primarily entrepreneurs and small businesses. We help people start, grow, and scale their businesses. We also work with people who need access to capital or are interested in government contracting. We're located in El Segundo, California, but in this virtual world, we can work with business owners virtually anywhere. happy to be here. This is my second time. I need to make this a habit, so you'll be seeing me more and more.
Glad you're here.
Thanks, Joseph. Quick question. You mentioned government contracts. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. A lot of business owners are missing out on opportunities because they don't recognize that they can get a share of the money that the state and federal government spend. And if you don't think they buy what you do, you're mistaken. They buy pretty much everything. We help people as needed get certified, get registered, work on responding to open for bid opportunities, etc. So we can coach you through that entire process.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I definitely have to have a one-on-one very soon.
Any kind
Happy to
of,
do it.
I'm sorry, I have a question. Any kind of business will qualify to be part of the government contract? Or do you have to have a product?
You do not have to have a product. Service businesses qualify as well. I hesitate to say any type because any is a huge word, but most will, and we'd be happy to have an offline discussion to see if there are opportunities for whatever it is that you may do.
Joseph, I've never thought about that, but is there, I wonder, is there for just for sale of assets or businesses that the state is involved in its own? Is there any interface with business brokers that you're aware of?
There may be. I'm not completely aware of that, but that would be something we might want to research together. I do know that, for example, when you say sale of assets, if we're talking real property, the state buys and sells real property all of the time. So they're looking for people who can assist with that. That's not something they do necessarily in-house. Business brokerage may or may not. That isn't a question that's ever come up, but I'll be happy to research it with you and see what opportunities exist.
Interesting. I never thought about it, but thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. It's so rewarding to see that there are all these different ways to approach business that if you're not exposed to it, you'll never know about it. So thank you for bringing that up, Joseph. Glad to have you here.
You're welcome.
And next up, Anthony Thomas. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Scott. I'll just take a minute to make sure.
Whoops.
Sorry about that. I won't waste
No
your
worries.
time. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. My position in this company in life is to make sure I help people work on their student loans. My background's in accounting. I'm a little slow today because I'm working with the new IMO, Independent Marketing Organization. They're adding to what I already do. I put my information in the chat there. As you can see, I don't want to take up a lot of time. Working with a lot of people around the country. We're also expanding in the new IMO to other countries. So I'm gonna be a little busy. I'm gonna be able to help anybody who needs something. What I do, if you're not sure, call me. Bob taught me how to use contacts, how to use my LinkedIn. So let me help more people meet more people. I want to be the independent individual. I don't have to be the king, but I want to help more people become the king and queens. That's all. Have a great Friday. Have a great long weekend. Bye.
There you go.
That's beautiful. You're obviously a prince among men, so
Ah.
appreciate your being here. And next up, a dear friend, Debbie Voris. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning. I'm Debbie, your certified holistic health coach. I revitalize people's lives by having them identify the root causes of their health issues. And I create a custom natural holistic strategy to address them in areas of mind, body, and soul. And as we talked earlier, there's always a possibility. So if you're open to all possibilities, you can always improve your health. Age is only a number. I help people with hormones and stress. And if they need to release weight, I can help them with that too. And there's many different things I've helped people with their lives and to optimize their health and their mind. So if you know of anybody that wants to do that, refer them to me because I have coaching services from Debbie Changes Lives.
Nice.
Thank you, Debbie. Yep, you're out there changing lives. It's good stuff. Thank you. And the very interesting, delightful Tracy Tanner, you're up next, Tracy. Good morning.
Well, I don't really have too much more to say other than, so I may just not live up to that standard, but hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Tracy Tanner. I'm a former tech exec at companies like Microsoft and Ingram Micro and other large companies, even EY. And I'm in transition. So my focus is sales and marketing with a lean into operations. So if you know of any open positions in the channel sales and marketing, I'd be very honored and thankful and grateful for that introduction. I also have throughout my career helped different small businesses, and that case in point with regard to the Chuck Jones Center, I worked with them and was their strategist for many years. So I can help in that regard as well. Just grow your business and look at your business structure and help in that way. One thing I did want to say is I've already met with Burke and also Betty, and we have some very good conversations going on to how we can work together in the future for both of them. So it does work, as we said earlier. Somebody said that. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. And then next up, we're going to hear from Justin Thompson. Good morning, Justin.
Hey, good morning. So this is my first time being on this meeting. Been trying to make it for a few weeks. But what I do, I'm a financial advisor and specializing in helping people set up something for long-term care where they don't have to pay huge monthly premiums that are never locked in, but we set aside a portion of retirement portfolio to take care of those costs. That we call it asset-based long-term care. So generally, a good referral for me is someone who has a parent who's in care right now. Those are folks who are most concerned about it because they're dealing with it every day.
Make sure you put your information in the chat room, Gavin.
Okay.
And where are you located, Justin?
So I'm in the Savannah, Georgia area.
Nice. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for making it today. Hope to see you every week. Appreciate it. All righty. And then next up, Derek Hendricks. Good morning, Derek.
Aloha Friday, everybody. Nice to see all you guys. Something that I'm grateful for is lots of good things are just happening in my life in general. So just being humble and taking them as they come. So I said, my name is Derek Hendricks. I'm your business purpose loan specialist who is dedicated to growing and empowering small businesses like yours. My true expertise really lies in with connecting clients like you with top tier banks and also putting your real estate into corporations like S Corps, LLCs, LLPs, or trust, which offers you obviously favorable tax benefits and protection for your assets. By utilizing these exclusive partnerships, I provide you the tools that are crucial for smoothing out cash flows or seizing opportunities or even just possibly weathering the storm. So at the end of the day, if you're looking to protect your assets, grow your business, reach out, and I'd love to sit down and have one-on-one with you. My name is Derek L. Hendricks. Have a great day.
Thanks, Derek. So I'm curious, are you like functioning as a fiduciary type advisor or are you an attorney?
I'm neither of those, actually. So I actually have my loan officer's license. I got about 20 states I do those in. And I'm actually a business banker, and then I specialize in the actual funding for small businesses, such as like 0% interest credit cards, business lines of credit, term loans, even setting up really corporate credit for that as well too.
It's fantastic. Thanks for the clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you here.
Thank you.
All righty, next up, I hope that you're available to talk with us, Maury, because we'd love to hear from you. Maury Zelkovich.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So I'll be really quick. Hey, everybody. My name is Maury Zelkovich. I'm the world's first and only brainwave entrainment engineer. I went through 40 years of wanting to be dead and multiple suicide attempts before I came up with a technology, a variation on a technology that helped save my life and helped save thousands of other people all over the world. It's all done by lying down, putting on headphones, pressing play. You can even have a snap. It makes no difference whatsoever. I'm looking for business partners. Mental health is a major issue in the world and only getting worse. My work is like snow tires and four-wheel drive in the storm of people's lives. So if you want to help me out to help others and you want to join me in this crusade, please feel free. I'll put my info in the chat. Thank you.
You
Thanks, Maury.
offer an affiliate commission, by the way?
Yes, I have various affiliate programs. I have 24 different products currently. Another 6 are being released shortly, and I'm working on 50 others. So I have lots of opportunities. I also do white label. I work with governments. I work with sports teams. I work in peak performance, learning, all kinds of different areas. The brain is the central processing unit of your life, and I help you to optimize that. So thank you for the question.
So it's so amazing what you're doing. I love it.
Thank you.
So thank you for being here. Okay, and now we'll say hello to Eileen Dawson. Good morning, Eileen.
You're on mute, Eileen.
Now can you hear me?
So,
Yes.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There you go.
Yeah, I had a great conversation with Linda Herring. It was a wonderful conversation, and learned more about what we each do, and that was great. So yeah, I'm a Ramsey money coach, and I work with individuals and couples, and I'm doing some trainings for some workforce groups right now through a couple colleges, and teaching personal finance. So the majority of what I do is teach personal finance, but at the individual level. And I work to help people minimize, get rid of credit card debts, vehicle loans, student loans, that type of thing. So thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. Next up, Phil Wolfstein. Hi, Phil.
Well, good morning, everyone. I guess what I'm grateful for is to be part of this group. I mean, really a wonderful assembly of professionals, and build some great relationships, continue to. And Linda Blair, looking forward to our one-on-one here this afternoon. Phil Wolfstein, I'm a certified business broker with Zoom Business Brokers. What I do is I help business owners find qualified buyers for their business. It's a big deal in the life of an entrepreneur or a business owner to sell their business and transition into another stage of their life. I help facilitate that either on the front end by referrals to professionals like we have in this group to work with, business coaches, business advisors, CPAs, etc., and take that listing through the process to a successful close of escrow and everything in between, which is typically a 7 to 9 month process. Can go longer, but that's about what it takes. So always part of a team, and that team involves professionals like we have assembled in this meeting.
Okay, love it. I love how you are so tapped in with so many different businesses, Phil. We appreciate you being here. And we
pleasure.
also appreciate our next gentleman, Russell Lookadoo. Good morning, Russ.
Good morning, folks. I'm grateful for all the veterans who made the ultimate sacrifice. That's why we have a long weekend, folks. It's not to perfect your rib cooking. We're grateful for those veterans who, the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day is the veterans came home. So just a quick shout out to those folks who gave the ultimate. I'm the HR guy for small business. Great example today. I'm on the road. I had to wear shoes today, darn it. Meeting with a client who promoted an individual who is a toxic snake into a leadership position. And as a result, I've got a half-day meeting today in person to try to teach this person how to be nice. His emotional quotient score is way below the mainstream, but he chooses to believe it's hogwash. Sometimes you just can't help people. but it's going to be a challenge today. I'll be exhausted flying home tonight, and then enjoying my weekend in celebration of those who came. Appreciate the time, Scott. Appreciate the referral. I just got notification of, or the endorsement, and y'all have a wonderful weekend.
Just remind your client that never carry someone longer than their mother did.
This guy probably his mother was breastfeeding him till he was 9, but that's an opinion.
Still.
Oh my Lord.
When you mentioned changing a snake, it reminded me of the story of the frog and the scorpion. Probably you're familiar with that one.
Yeah.
So we can share that another time. And I just wanted to also add about veterans. I was in West LA the other day, and I was on Veterans Boulevard or Avenue, and it goes along the huge all those crosses of all the people that have passed. It makes you cry. And thank you for reminding us of why we're celebrating this weekend. Appreciate it. Okay, next up, Linda Blair. Hi, Linda.
Hey, good morning. Linda Blair from Orange County, California. I specialize in internet marketing and business AI CRM software called Thrive Business Center. So this technology, it takes multiple platforms and integrates it into one easy to use dashboard, along with 24/7 hands-on support. You get the white glove treatment with us. So a customer relationship management tool, a CRM, is like a digital hub for managing interactions with customers, leads, and referrals. So it's essentially a tool that helps you organize, track, nurture relationships with clients across various touch points. Think of it as a centralized database where you can store all your relevant customer information, contact details, history, preferences, interactions. But it's not just about storing, it's about improving the customer relationship by it sets up email and drip campaigns so that you can stay 100% connected to people throughout the lifetime of them working with you. Take control of your customer relationships and watch your business thrive.
Thank you, Linda. And next, does someone have a comment?
I just want to say I had a one-on-one with Linda. She rolled out her system and it's absolutely unbelievable. And everything I asked her about some of the issues that I've got, her system solves it. So I think anybody that doesn't have a chance to really check out her system to really understand what it does they're shortchanging themselves. Get a one-on-one with Linda.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've got to concur with that one. Thanks, Roy. All righty, next up, Haas Gassemi. Good morning, Haas.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Haas Gassemi, talking to everybody from Woodland Hills, California, specialized in commercial and SBA loan. I help investors. I've been in the business for about 25 years. I help investors and owner users, business owners and property owners for multifamily, retail, industrial, office, medical, healthcare, any kind of business with the property, without the property, to get a loan and to get their financing done through the bank. And I have relationship with Fannie, Freddie, CMBS, Conduit Loans, which is life insurance companies, and 1,000 banks. So I can help almost any investors and any businesses. I'm glad to be here, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, Haas, we should please, make sure to send me your information. I've got my emails in the chat there, whatever.
I did.
I got it. Okay.
I did right after the meeting last week from Haas at Convoy Capital. I sent it to you, and but I didn't hear from. I thought you might have missed it for some reason.
I might have, and we'll connect because SBA 7As are that's part of my ongoing process. So love to work with you on it.
Of course, it's about 30-40% of my business is SBA 7A.
Very good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, I love the expertise we have here. Speaking of expertise, Burke Franklin, good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Burke Franklin with Business Power Tools up in Santa Barbara, California. I'm grateful for all the people who've decided to start a business and wrap it around some idea they have that will make some product or service that'll save the world, ideally. Anyway, so you're starting a business or building a business. I think if our sweet spot really are startups to about 50 people or startups to about 50 million in revenue. The question is how do you handle the everyday challenges of organizing, planning, funding, managing, marketing, policies, procedures, sales, and everything else? You know, how much time can you afford to waste figuring out what to do and how to do it and what to say and how to say it? So when you have a business issue to deal with, but don't know how to handle it or can't afford to pay someone to do it for you, here's an on-demand subscription to a secure online dashboard with an organized visual toolbox loaded with essential documents, financial models, and know-how. So it's everything from a business product launch roadmap, funding and growth plan, you know, the business plan that's required for SBA loans. And then when you get more successful, you'll need policies and procedures, and we'll recommend Russ Lookadoo for that as well. We have financial models, sample contracts in plain English, and a lot more. So businesspowertools.com.
Awesome. Yeah, talking about
If I can, just as an aside, some great feedback for you, Burke, is that what I found is with young, like professionals in their 30s that don't know anything about starting a business or business planning, is talking to Burke and actually looking at what it takes to put a business plan together and organize brings a real reality check to them. You got to believe a lot of these young guys sit around and they figure out how they can make millions of dollars with an idea with no concept of what it actually takes to start a business and move it forward, fund it, and so forth. When they actually engage with Burke and they look at what it takes, it helps bring them back to reality, and that can help save them a lot of money in getting conned by some startups. Anyway, it's great suite of services and products.
Well, yeah, the other things, Phil, the other thing we found is that engineering the prompts for an AI to fake it, you know, for you takes even more time and often yields an uncertain outcome. People could investors, like your business buyers, they want details, facts, figures, prove it, show me, name names. And these guys with these business plans written with AI, it's like glorified BS. Like we all BS'd our way through papers in school. AI just, you know, adds, just doubles down on BSing your way through it, and it ain't going to raise capital.
I've been through the demo twice, and it is really robust system. So
yeah, I'm using it right now to build my own business plan. And I'll tell you, I've never seen anything that's as valuable for the small amount of money that Burke is charging each month. It's incredible.
Raise my prices?
I think you should.
No, but you can.
Wait,
no, but let me know when
yet.
Not yet.
We'll have a special coupon code for the Mycity attendees.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. All righty. And next up, my favorite Arcadia realtor, David T. Good morning, David.
Happy Friday, everyone. David T. here with Coldwell Banker. I specialize in residential, multifamily, and real estate investments for my clients. We were voted 13 years in a row as one of the most ethical companies nationwide. And I thought I would touch on that a little bit just because what's going on with real estate and some of the legislation that's going on. But we're still, you know, out there helping our clients. And one of the things that we do differently here is that we do YouTube advertising. So I know a picture's worth 1,000 words, but video really, you know, takes it to that next level, helping our properties and ultimately get them the most money back into the pocket after the sale. I did meet with the client, and she just turned 85 and has been considering moving into a retirement home. And with our Revitalize program here at Coldwell, we can lend her up to $50,000 to, you know, zhuzh up her property, like I said last week, but anything that's non-structural, painting, new flooring, and essentially, you know, that money will be deducted after the sale of the property during escrow. David T. here with Coldwell Banker, wishing everyone a happy, fun Memorial Day weekend.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, David.
Quick question, David. Do you do,
Yes.
when you say multifamily, you do 1 to 4 or 5 and up?
5 and up.
5 and up,
So,
okay.
Yeah, we actually have an entire commercial division, but my specialty under the commercial umbrella is really multifamily and apartment buildings.
Okay, very good. So we can get together and talk about it because I do multifamily a lot, and maybe we can network on that one.
Absolutely, I just followed you on LinkedIn, so let's chat later for sure.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I love it. Okay, next I'm gonna select Corey Northington. Good morning, Corey. Give me a moment. All right, maybe Corey's
I'm
there
here.
he is. There you are.
Hey, sorry about that, y'all.
No worries.
Trying to multitask here. Well, happy Friday morning and Memorial Day weekend to everybody, and just hope everybody's having a great Friday. My name is Corey Northington. I'm an independent associate of Legal Shield. I help empower individuals, families, and small business owners with legal and identity theft coverage. So, as business owners, I know that we go through legal situations each and every day, sometimes without knowing it, whether we're signing documents, contracts, talking to clients about various parts of our services. And so we always one legal situation from being in a legal situation. So my services are a great alternative when you're trying to talk to an attorney to try to seek that legal advice and input. So I left my information in the chat and everything. So we do everything from small business to personal plans to identity theft for individuals and small business owners, no, for individuals and families, and also just tons of other legal portfolio services. So me, be glad to talk to you and everything. And I left my information in the chat, and I hope each and every one of y'all are having a great day. So I turn it back over to you, Scott and Bob.
Thank you, Corey. Always great to see you. And next up, Ed Cicinato. How you feeling, Ed?
Doing good, doing good. Sorry, I was late.
Awesome.
Had a client appointment that ran a little over, ran a lot over.
No worries.
Ed Cicinato. I'm the franchise owner of Edward Cicinato and Associates Dream Vacations. We're part of the country's largest full-service travel agency, and we rank number 286 out of 2,000 franchises in our company. So we must be doing something right. Summer's right around the corner. And when I think of summer, I think of two things. I think of the trips, European trips and other family vacations that I've planned for people that they're going on now and how much they're going to enjoy themselves. And number two, I think about customers are starting to think about their holiday and winter travel plans. I'm here to help you. We have no fees. And I would love to do one-on-ones with everybody in this group. Just remember, I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, so that's on the East Coast. So don't call me at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate you. We had a couple guests that seem to have dropped off, and Moshe indicated that he can't talk right now. So, well, I forgot to introduce myself, Scott Harrell, Lifetree Prosperity. I'm a small business advisor, and my specialty is introducing ways that businesses can save money and improve efficiency and employee retention through small business automation, electronic payment services, and a host of other services, as well as benefits including healthcare, health insurance, life insurance, long-term care, and Medicare. And I'm based in Long Beach, multi-state license. And if we haven't had a one-on-one yet, I'd love to do that with everybody here. Got a few lined up, so thank you all for being here. I also wanted to acknowledge Justin. He is a 24-year National Guard veteran in the state of Georgia. Thank you for your service, Justin. I want to give you a shout out there. And I will now hand it over to Bob. Got more to say, I'm confident. Or if anybody has questions, feel free. But again, thank you, Justin. Bog though. We lose Bob?
Yeah, is he still there? Because I did have a
That's
question.
interesting.
Bob has disappeared.
Gone.
Well,
Maybe he pushed the wrong button. He'll be back.
yeah, he probably, yeah, there's like, check it, that leave button. Okay, well, you know, if anybody has a comment that talking about gratitude, I'm grateful for my family, for my health, the opportunity to work as an entrepreneur. I feel bad for people that aren't working and then they're looking for some 40-hour week job where they're going to barely survive. It's just not a good way to live. And I know some of us here can help those folks find a different path that might be more rewarding. I appreciate that opportunity every day. And I appreciate each of you here.
Yeah, I'm really grateful that the work that I do puts me in contact with so many different aspects of the human experience. And I get to explore my favorite topic, which is what do different groups of people find to be important? One of the reasons why this group is so rewarding is that the values that people here hold are very, very high, in some cases exalted. And it's inspiring to see people who are not only brilliant, but generous and ready to share and uplift one another. So besides the fact that I am also grateful that I was able to go on a family visit roll and see my property in Big Sur for the first time this year. The roads are finally opening, and see some of my grandchildren in the last 10 days. So life is really beautiful. Thank you.
So the road is open?
Well, not Highway 1 is still not open, but the ability to actually get to my property now exists, and the Nacimiento Road that goes over the mountains is open. So my son's family was able to get up there, and we were able to meet and have some quality time together on Mother's Day weekend.
Awesome.
But Highway 1 itself is still massively closed at the Regent slide, and they're going to open the Paul's slide pretty soon, but Regents is going to be a while. So we're still impacted as a family, but at least it's getting better instead of worse at this moment. Thank you.
Yeah, so you got the connection going, so that's really important.
Yeah, and I'll update you on all of that, Deb. The place looked better than I thought it was going to, and so I was really happy with that too. People who are taking care of it are doing a fantastic job.
That's wonderful.
Okay, Derek, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to connect with Haas, but I don't see his information in here. I was wondering if you could share that in the chat.
I did put my information in the chat last week. Or do I have to do it? This is only my second week. I didn't know I have to do it every week. Okay.
My second week as well.
Every day is a learning process for me. I will do that right now. But thanks for asking. Of course.
Yes, and if anyone else hasn't put their info in, please do so. And a reminder that when we send out a link to a copy of the recording, it will have a list of the attendees.
Scott, I wanted to tell
yeah.
Bob, I never got that form that he was talking about.
Okay, well, if he ever comes back, I'll mention.
I think
I'm
I saw
joking.
I saw the form, and it was when I got, it was actually yesterday, and you can fill in who you are, who you want to refer to in the group, and you fill in that information, and then there was a button where I think it goes directly to admin, and I hope a copy went to Bob. So I'm not sure exactly how that flow is going to go. And I guess my expectation is once he gets that referral, that he's going to then post it on our respective LinkedIn, and have some type of a format like that. They did it. This is going back to maybe 6 months ago. He did some referrals where he posted it and he put it up on my LinkedIn, and it was really well received. Got a lot of views and a lot of comments on it. So when those referrals get posted, it's really it's like a magnet. It does attract interest.
Yeah, I know Could you share that form with me maybe? Because I'm not getting it. So
Yeah, I got a completely different form with your referral information to Paul and another gentleman, or possibly a lady named Sydney. So I didn't get something that was a fill-in. So
Wait a minute, you got my form?
yeah.
I
I
got the
no
form
idea
too,
how
but
that went. I thought I was sending it back to Bob and admin. So
No, yeah, I got it as a Google link, a Google Drive link in an email from Mycity, or I forget which their addresses, but I got a so I went to the Google Doc and it was your referral form, Phil. So I think they
okay,
sent me the wrong link, is what
so
I'm getting.
we're not quite there yet,
I
folks,
got
but
yeah,
it's in progress.
I got the form too, but there was, it was blank, and it was hard to fill it in on without. I said, well, I guess I'm gonna have to print it and write it in. And there was nothing to click on to send it.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. I think it's hopefully we'll get that straight because it'll be a powerful tool once it gets said. It should be something where the form comes in, you can easily put it in. I'm thinking send it back to Bob or admin, and then they post it, on LinkedIn is what I'm thinking. But I didn't realize it was going when I did that it's going to everyone in the group. So it's fine.
well, I didn't go to everybody. It went to Betty.
It's hard to fill it. It's hard to fill it in because it's it's got the
Yeah,
lines and
they shouldn't be sending a PDF. They should just send a blank Google Doc and then you download that and email it. That would be
right.
simple,
Yeah, because then you can actually fill it in. This way, you have to delete the lines, and then it
Yeah.
moves everything over. And this is a pain in the neck.
Okay.
I had this
Well,
conversation with Bob yesterday about putting a form on the site, so it's a painfully obvious thing to do. So yeah,
Yeah, you can make a
fill
fillable
fill
PDF
it
as
in,
well.
scan it, send it. Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, that's what so I have to print it, write it, scan it, send it. Oy.
That's not going to work. Nobody
It
wants to do that.
sounds like we need to form a committee. Maybe somebody get a
You
group
gotta write
together
a
here. We
process
can
and
help Bob
procedure.
to get this set up.
I
Well,
love
the
committees.
well, this is
Tie Bob
recorded,
down
so
committee.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, yeah, there's definitely some fine tuning that needs to be done.
We probably should have a committee to decide who's going to be on the committee.
No, that sounds too much like the government.
Exactly.
A task force to set up a committee so that the committee can report to the subcommittee and the joint committee on committees.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I was
Well, I'll
trying to
make
be
that
facetious.
recommendation and then we'll
Oh yeah, we
meet
forgot the
again.
recommendation.
You have to take that to the other committee, the decision committee. The board.
Wait a minute, that's a subcommittee.
Oh, they're lesser than.
We need a steering committee. I think that's the committee
oh
that we
boy.
actually.
Well, if anybody here has, I know maybe Linda Blair might have personal experience on what we're talking about, basically where you'll be able to produce a referral, input it directly and have it show up somewhere so that it can be then promoted. It's not that hard programmatically. So, and I'd be glad to talk about anybody else with that offline. So, all right, it's 4 minutes till. Why don't we just go have some breakfast if you haven't already?
Yeah.
Or
Good idea.
lunch if you're in the East
Seeing
Coast.
everyone.
Well, it's
Thank you for
great meeting
for coming.
everyone. Have a wonderful Memorial Day holiday.
Good.
Me too.
Everybody.
Bye now.
And
Bye,
Joseph,
everyone.
Anthony, I look forward to speaking with you guys very soon. Thanks for being here.
And
Boss, you as
Thank
well.
you. Same here. Thank you.
Okay.
And Brooke, if you can connect to me, I appreciate it if you're still here.
Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Linda. Talk to you later.
Hasta la bye-bye.
Bye, you guys.
See you soon, Roy.
Yes.
Have a good trip, Russ.
Roy, I sent you an email. Please look at it.
You send it to Roy at Clear Choice Marketing Group?
Yeah, it's that API for the Builderall thing, if that works.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Justin, thank you for attending today. How's everything up in the Carpinteria, Burke?
It's going all right. It's a beautiful place to be, that's for sure. I'm not doing
Uh,
anything this weekend. Just going to hang out here because why go out where all the people are? So,
oh yeah, you see everybody coming up on 101.
oh my God. Well, we have a campground out front here, which is right in front of the beach, which is really probably one
Yeah.
of the prettiest
Oh, yeah.
campgrounds in the state. And
Mhm.
so it's really nice. It's just that I don't want to be there when all the people are there, you know?
I hear you. Yeah, I
Too
lived in Santa Barbara for 10 years. So.
Really? When
Oh
was
yeah,
that?
80s.
80s. Okay. I wasn't here. Was I here in the 80s? Yeah, no, I wasn't. I went to school here and graduated in 79,
Oh, okay.
but then I went to Orange County.
Oh,
So that was different.
well, I'm in Long Beach now. But Santa Barbara is a very special place. Just unless you have a niche to get in, it's can be hard to get ahead.
My parents bought their house in 72 or 71 and paid $85,000 for it. And my mom just sold it for like 2.4 million.
God.
You needed to buy the house in the 70s. That's even then with
Yeah.
$85,000. You kidding me? That was even then it would seem like a lot of money, you know. And now it's a lot of money, but I can imagine 50 years from now it's going to be like $50 million. Are you kidding? For it's a ranch house. But you know,
It's nuts.
that's
It's
crazy, I
pretty
know.
nuts. Yeah. Yeah, my
Anyway,
parents bought houses in 73 in off Patterson, technically Santa Barbara, but almost
yeah,
Goleta
yeah.
subdivision. But they sold them in 78. I said, you should have held on to that house and rented it.
I
But
regret all the real estate I've sold. I should have just kept it. You know, I had an office condo up in Los Altos. It could be
yeah,
throwing off, you know, $3,000 or $4,000 a month in rent, you know, after it's been paid. I paid $150,000 for it back in 81 or something. I know. Yes, 88
wow.
or 9, something like that. Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, hey man, gotta go. Gotta do the next thing.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Scott. See
Good
you
to see
later.
you. Thanks. Justin, we're ending the meeting, so thank you for coming. Thanks, Corey.